Good morning from Argentina. This is my apartment for the next 15 minutes because today I am going on a road trip with a group of people that I have never met before in my life in a different province in a country that I've been in for 8 months. That's one way to do an introduction to a video. I'm checking out of my Airbnb that I've been in for the last month. Honestly, thank God, because I don't want to be in this Airbnb anymore. It's okay to be fair, but the view outside the window is not ideal. The time's currently 8:40 in the morning. Our flight leaves at about 10:30. As you can see behind me, not everything's packed, but this is what I'm bringing with me. A passport full of Argentinian money, 2 sweatshirts, 7 pairs of shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of pants, because it's now getting cold here in Argentina. And everything is going to fit in this backpack. One thing I love about Argentina is there is no liquid rules at the airport. You can bring whatever you want. One time, I brought 5 bottles of wine as my carry-on. But cut to me when everything's packed and we're on the way to the airport. When I tell you the story, you won't believe it. For the last hour and a half, I was locked out of my apartment because I went to take the garbage out, and for some reason, I decided to not bring the keys. Not only that, I was locked out without my phone, and the flight, remember I told you, left in less than 2 hours. Luckily, I found a maintenance guy. He was super helpful. He searched the entire basement, found an extra key. Now we are on the way to the airport. It's currently 9:50. The flight starts boarding in 15 minutes. I have to go through security, which should be quick, no problem. Flight leaves at 10:50. I think we'll be okay. Well, after the entire morning debacle of locking myself out of the apartment, luckily we have made it to the airport. Our flight is boarding exactly now. I've met the group of guys who have, yes, made fun of me for locking myself in my house. Let's go to Calafate. 2 hours later, we have landed in Santa Cruz, Provincia. When I tell you that this was probably the worst morning of my entire life after locking the keys in the apartment, I cannot tell you what a relief it is that we have made it here. This is the view outside, mountains in the background, beautiful lagoons. This region right here is Buenos Aires. This is where we just came from, and we flew all the way down Argentina, and we are almost at the southern tip of the mainland of Argentina. How far is Alto 10 from here?
2 hours and a half.
We have just arrived at our hotel, Los Alamos, in El Calafate. And let me just say, we just drove through the town, and like, look at this. It's like we're in a mansion. I've explored a lot of the provincias in Argentina, but just from being here, I'll show you around the town. We're gonna check in first, and then I'll show you around the town. We're surrounded by snow-capped mountains, the Patagonia mountains, and there's only 20,000 people that live here, and it looks like it's only Argentinian grandmas, grandmothers, and Asian tourists. Why it's that mix, I don't know, but we're gonna find out together. Look at this bench with a moat. It's literally the Alamo. We've just checked in, we've arrived. This is a super cheto hotel. If you don't know the word cheto, it means basically fancy, but in Argentinian Spanish. We're looking for 253, I think this way. Definitely old hotel vibes, but let's see what happens. Okay, well, after trying 16 times to get to the room, we are in here, and let's see where we are staying. I was also given this gift bag by the people that picked us up, so we're gonna check this out. But let's head in this direction. Remember, I was just on a trip in the north of Argentina and stayed at probably the best hotel I've ever stayed at, so we have to keep our expectations low. This isn't bad. It's bright, it's airy. I wish you could smell the air here. That's probably the weirdest sentence I've ever said to you. Let's look outside. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm at an Argentinian country club. Bed, TV. This is the price list for the minibar. So, okay, I'm gonna read this to you, and I want you to think about this is a 5-star hotel. I want you to think about how much this would cost in the minibar somewhere in the US. All the prices you see here, just think of it as a US dollar. Coca-Cola, $1.80. We have a beer for $3. Sparkling wine, $3.80. $3 for a beer in a hotel minibar. Look at this. Look at this. Alfajores. This is Argentinian M&Ms. Me picking this up probably just sent the entire American audience into a scramble. In US hotel rooms, if you touch anything, you are charged for it. Like if you pick it up and take it out, you are charged for it. That is because hotel minibars in the US are weight-based. So they don't want you like going to the store, buying a Red Bull, switching it out. So anything you pick up out of the refrigerator, you're instantly charged for. But what is in our mystery bag? Am I still having my backpack on? Yes, I am. Let's check it out. A pamphlet. We have a little mini coffee cup. And the last thing is a rain poncho scarf. Let me see this. What is it? What? I'm gonna try to put it on. This is why I can't be alone. I am going to put the bags down because I think we're gonna go for lunch and then do something. We're actually waiting for another member of the group to show up. They are flying in from Chile. So cut to me to wherever we're going. So we have stopped for empanadas. What a surprise, being in Argentina and getting empanadas. But if you've never had, it's gonna sound absolutely wild. If you've never had a corn empanada, it's called empanada de choclo. It is, in my opinion, one of the best empanadas you can have here in Argentina. Remember when I was telling you that this town looked like it's for abuelas, abuelos, and tourists? Well, let me show you what it looks like here. In the provincias in Argentina, it is literally all nature. The air here is so fresh because of the glaciers, the water. I drank the water. It's the cleanest tasting water I've had, I think, outside of Switzerland.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Look to your left.
Well, what you just saw is part of every press trip here in Argentina, which is actually special to press trips. You don't usually see this, but we have our own photographer. This is actually our second press trip together. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Un genio, Chris. Lo banco a muerte.
I don't know what he just said to me. Did you just make fun of me?
No, I support you.
Oh, you support me? Okay. Pero introduce yourself. ¿De dónde sos? El nombre.
In Spanish,
Professional. Sí.
please. Soy Eric, trabajo en Visit Argentina. Invitamos acá a Chris a conocer la Patagonia.
Our first press trip together was terrible. We are back at the hotel for two reasons. One, this dummy forgot to charge the battery of the camera. Second reason, this is the first day using the new camera, so I'm getting used to it. I just found out what's going on tomorrow, but before that, I know I already showed you earlier, but look how aesthetically pleasing looking out the window is. It is freezing. In Fahrenheit, it's gotta be probably 40. Tomorrow, gonna be an absolute wild day. I will try to get this done back to back so that we can keep up with it. Tomorrow, the glacier here in Calafate. We're also going to El Chalten, which is arguably the most beautiful place in Argentina, which is difficult to say because Argentina is so naturally diverse that almost everywhere is really beautiful. But that's starting tomorrow, 6 in the morning. We're gonna go have some dinner right now. Super early dinner for Argentina. It is 7:08. We're having dinner 20 minutes. That's almost that might be illegal in this country. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. It's good. We're not going to get to the next hotel, I don't think, until like 11 at night. It is 5:26 in the morning, and this is our second day of road tripping Argentina. Gotta be downstairs ready to go in about 30 minutes. The room, a bit of a disaster. We have a huge day today, monumental, going to the glacier and then going to the logo of Patagonia, the real Patagonia mountains. Got to when I have everything sorted for the morning. It is absolutely freezing. Why am I outside? The last thing you saw, I was in my bed. Well, breakfast is across the road. This hotel is massive. It's literally a fortress. I don't know where I'm going. I'm a little upset that we have to leave so early because we arrived so late yesterday. This hotel is absolutely beautiful. It's literally a country club. This is my first time in a country club. It's not a country club, but I'm going to call it a country club. And I think I'm going to keep coming to country clubs. We've left the hotel now, and we've officially started the first day of the road trip. What's the name of the glacier?
Perito Moreno.
Perito Moreno. Look at this. What? There's a glacier with snow-capped mountains. It is absolutely freezing. I've been hanging out of the car for the last 10 minutes. This is surreal. This is
Wonderful.
it's insane. It's impossible not to love this country. Welcome to the first official stop of the road trip. I kind of just jumped out of the van when we did that because I got super excited. Look at that. Look at the freaking glacier and the mountains. Why am I still on this? Well, I'm trapped. There's a lagoon. Okay, we will go back over. Come on. Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. I don't have health insurance. I don't have health insurance. I don't have health insurance. You're looking for a place to go. It's here. The south of Argentina. Every part of Argentina is so different. You have the north in Salta, which is like the desert. Then you have, well, the north as well in Iguazu, which is like a rainforest. And then you have this, which is the glaciers. It's insane. Cerrado. It is closed. We're not supposed to go in here, but we're going in here. Thanks, brother. This part is closed to the public right now. But since we are with the Department of Tourism, we have gotten access to get into this viewpoint to go see, of course, the glacier. There's only a few times in my life where I've been left speechless. And this may certainly be one of them. Before I turn this camera on, there was a massive crack, crash, and bang from an iceberg or a piece of ice that fell into the water. There's no noise out here. The only noise is the ice cracking and your feet stepping on this metal grate. I've seen a few glaciers in my life, but this one is the closest without walking on it and the most intact one I think I've ever seen. What you just saw is, while we are here, not only am I making videos, not only is Lucas making videos, but Visit Argentina, which in my opinion is the best tourism department I've worked with so far. Maybe Arabia Saudita, Saudi Arabia, but it's close. They always make content on these trips as well. So it's kind of like you're invited on these trips and then they get to use you to make some videos, which, I mean, for me, it's totally okay because I love it here and it helps me out, helps them out. So now I think we're going on the barco, which is more down there. That's the boat. Are there polar bears down there? Or is that just in the north? We've arrived at the dock of the barco. And what I want to explain to you is something that honestly improved my Spanish so much. When I was in Cambodia, I met this guy from Spain who was a footballer, and he didn't know English, but he got drafted by a team in London and had to know English. So what did he do? He moved to London and in 1 year became fluent in English. And that is basically what has happened in Argentina. Of course, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I speak Spanish in my everyday life. Being here in a Spanish-speaking country is literally like having a lesson every day, not in vocabulary or sentences that you would never need like you would find on Duolingo, but practical Spanish that you use here. When you're in a national park in almost any country, but especially here in Argentina, everything is in the host, so Spanish, but then also the English translation. For example, muestra is the dock. Here in Argentina, the double L is a sh sound, but everywhere you go, you get more and more examples of things like this. Being in Argentina for 8 months has basically, I've tried to learn Spanish 3 separate times with no progress, but being here for 8 months, everything has turned around. We've made it onto the boat. We were not allowed to have the camera out on the bridge because it was dangerous. But am I regretting something? Yes, I am absolutely freezing cold. Well, no, just my feet. My feet are so cold because I have socks from Once. Once is a counterfeit market and they make terrible socks. We are the only people under the age of like 75 on this boat. In Argentina, in Buenos Aires, I get recognized 3 to 4 times a day in the calle. And here's a video of me sending it to his daughter, to hija, ¿no?
No, una compañera de trabajo.
Ah, see, okay, his friend at work who watches my videos. So this is me sending them the video. I will show you the WhatsApp of their response to the video. Basically, I'm just saying hi and that I love Argentina. They write, ha 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 ha, you are great, thank you. With that being said, let's go outside and see a freaking glacier. Let's see, can we sneak up these stairs here? Permiso. Wow, look at the water. The water's like a teal blue color. And you can see that the glacier is right in front of us. Eric, increíble, ¿no?
Increíble la puta madre, ¿eh?
No, es muy malo. Es terrible.
Volve a tu país si no te gusta.
The last 30 minutos has been absolute chaos. I'm ducking under abuelas and abuelos, and I wanted to show you the glacier in front of us. Yes, I'm pointing with the mate because everything is falling apart at the moment. But man, it's spectacular. Like, this is, I've seen a few glaciers in my life from Iceland and in Ushuaia. But this one is the most surreal by far. Like, it's the most intact. Ice is falling all the time, and it literally sounds like a car accident. We've been on the boat for about, I'd say 20-30 minutes now, and then I'm assuming we're gonna turn around and go back. It's incredible. It's incredible. But yes, again, me, Lucas, and Eric are the only people I think under like 75 years old. Welcome back to the Country Club Hotel, and what we are doing now is we are actually road tripping about 3 hours to this place called El Calafate, which is, from my friends, the most beautiful location in all of Argentina. Is this place actually a country club? Wow, this entire time I've been calling it a country club, and it really is a country club. We're gonna be driving 3 hours to there today, but since we stopped back to get the bags, I wanted to show you this because we're actually not coming back to this hotel. So apparently there's a super beautiful pool, which I am walking up to now. And you can see in there's a hot tub. Everything that happened in this video was just today. And to give you a time check of what time it is only 3:08 in the afternoon. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna get in the cars, we're going to go to El Chalten. The video will end here and we'll pick up on the road in El Chalten. Thank you, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram subscribers. If you want to join any of those things, it is in the video description. With that being said, day 2, oh look at the perrito. Day 2 of road tripping across Argentina's Ruta 40 begins tomorrow. I will see you there.